Hello, everyone. How you doing? Hope you're having... Did I have the... Okay, sorry. For a second, I thought I didn't have the right mic selected. I'm good. How's everyone doing? Hope your weekend's going well. Today, we are looking at conspiracy theories, but the main thing we're taking a look at today is a play that a conspiracy theorist put together and performed at a convention recently. This was at the Conscious Life Expo. If you're familiar, this is the 2026 Conscious Life Expo, and he put on a little play, so it should be fun. We are also doing our YouTube and Patreon member-only show after this, so if you want to be a part of that, become a member on YouTube or a paid member on Patreon. So, with all that out of the way, you guys know the rest of the stuff. You guys know bits, subs, memberships, super chats, tips. We're getting closer to our tip goal to read Alice in Wonderland together. With all that out of the way, let's jump right into it. This is the play. It is called Judgment Day by Robert Quicksilver. I will point out that the first little bit is AI slop. It looks like there's a little intro that is AI, but after the AI, I promise it cuts into something much more charming than AI. Let's put it that way. So, let's get started.
The Galactic High Council has been watching and nurturing the miracle of life and consciousness arising along the Orion Spur. The great solar beings with their vortices of light and wheels of fire have been cultivating their individual planetary systems to allow an awakened soul consciousness to arise on them in physical form. And it has arisen on star after star throughout the Milky Way. What a wonder to behold. Conscious beings arising across the...
You know what? This might not be slop. This is just, I think, stock footage. This is just stock footage. I think we get some AI later. But this is stock footage, so that's good.
Network of stars and planets, even on moons and asteroids, in all the 12 dimensions of space-time. And here, on the blue-green jewel we call
Virulent 40 Obfuscate, thanks for a 3-stream streak.
Gaia, the world is teeming with life and sentience. But recently, the High Council has noticed some anomalies in the auric field emanating from Gaia. The Council scientists have traced this back to specific DNA modifications engineered by the Anunnaki and introduced into the genetic substream on Gaia millions of years ago.
Oh no, the Pleiadians! They've tampered with our DNA!
When the High Council
Those bastards.
looked deeper into the Akasha, they discovered a previously unnoticed divergence from the normal sentient evolutionary track along the Orion Spur.
We are playing bingo, by the way. So, get your bingo cards if you'd like. Aliens did it on the bingo card for them tampering with our DNA. Aliens did it. And believe sci-fi tech exists.
It was determined that it originated from the incomplete genome fusion of chromosomes 2A and 2B, a procedure which left loose threads and unresolved...
They actually haven't used AI yet. They will, but this is just stock footage and a voice changer.
telomere strands around the fusion point.
Fucking telomeres every time with these people.
Now, millions of Earth years later, this divergent evolution of the 46 chromosentients on Gaia have created a unique set of karmic consequences that could affect not only themselves, but the rest.
We're talking about DNA, genetics, but also karma, all on the same level of realism.
Of the sentient planets along the Orion Spur. This brings us
Reincarnation on the bingo card for the mention of karma. Reincarnation, where is it? There we go. Scheffler says, hi Hannah, gonna be listening while I start Resident Evil Requiem. Hope it's good. Don't get too spooked.
Today's celestial court of justice, where the fate of humanity will be decided.
They haven't used AI yet. It's stock footage. It's stock footage. They will use AI in a sec, though.
Proceedings are about to commence. Let's listen in.
The voice isn't AI. That's just a person with a voice changing thing. I was wrong about it being the intro. It's a little bit into it when I went through this earlier. They do AI in like 3 more minutes. This is cute. Even though I don't think what they're saying is true, I'm a sucker for really low budget theater that just like a bunch of people get together and make a scrappy little show. I love that shit. I'm really gonna enjoy this. What's the presenter wearing? This is a play! It's a costume! It is a play by conspiracy theorists, but it is a costume.
All rise.
You're not standing up, chat. I think he was pretty clear about that order.
We are here in the case of Dominion Axis versus Andromeda Prime. Please be seated.
I appreciate that the alien just talks like this. Oh, I feel so underdressed.
Welcome, advocates, witnesses, jury participants, and all the illumined beings across the Orion Spur. Welcome.
Well, they really didn't test the framing for this at all before. Just on the fly. Altered Undying says, "Hey Hannah, this is my technocrat secret agency. They call them the New World Order. He started out as a man in black, but he's a man in gray. You can also tell he's a bit of a nerd, a lot with being John Wick. Wait. A bit of a nerd, a lot with being John Wick. Need to put the link in the next post. Ran out of room. Gotcha." Like the Superman shirt. But oh no! I closed all of my tabs! God fucking damn it! No, I know how to open them back up. I'm gonna blame Altered Undying for that, even though it was entirely my fault. There we go. Where's that stupid fucking play now? Give me a sec. There it is.
Welcome, advocates.
It would help if I re-put it on the screen, though, for you guys, probably, huh? It's the radio, it's fine. Just pretend it's the 40s. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one? Do the right one, dumbass! There you go. Sorry.
Witnesses, jury participants, and all the illumined beings across the Orion Spur, welcome to this court of justice. A day of judgment has arrived for the 46 chromo-hominids living on Sol's beautiful planet.
Hominids. Hominids.
Gaia.
What does chromo mean in this context?
These physically evolved beings, known to themselves as Homo sapiens, have created circumstances.
Chromosome, you assume. Oh yeah, because they were talking about the chromosomes. But they still use the word sapiens, interestingly enough. They still use sapiens and the term chromosome.
On Gaia, including extensive planetary destruction that have serious consequences.
Was that a slur? No, but if you said chromie, yes.
For themselves, as well as the various sentient cultures along the Orion Spur. What has brought us to this point?
What are the rules of this court, by the way? Why is the judge just, like, giving an overview? I guess I'm not super familiar with intergalactic law, but is there a reason that the judge just kind of exposits?
Let us start by reviewing the recent
Is that part of the galactic court system, or is it a hack writer thing?
scientific data on genome development along the Orion Spur, and particularly on Gaia. I have asked Dr. Felonius Sucturius from
Felonius Sucturius. Good name. Good name. I appreciate when you name a character Felonius. That's also the name of one of the characters from the first Shrek movie. So good choice.
Saturn University's Europa campus to bring us up to speed on this history. I believe that Dr. Arcturus is already at his lectern.
Yep, here's the AI. Uses AI on the bingo card. This is where they start doing little bits, insert shots, basically. Uses AI. Just have a guy in a silly mask. That's most of this anyway. Sweet Lily Love says, is this an Article 3 court? I challenge its jurisdiction.
Thank you, Judge Hermona. Let me pick up the evolutionary trail of the 46 chromosentients at the point where the chimpanzee and the bonobo DNA had evolved as far as it could around 8 or 9 million years ago.
As far as it could? That's not how evolution or DNA works. There's no wall that you hit where it's like, all right, you've successfully evolved. That's not how that works. That doesn't make any sense. You can't evolve as much as you can because there is no end goal for evolution. It's just the process of change over time. It's not going anywhere in particular. It doesn't have a destination or end point. As long as a species is reproducing and continuing to exist and allowed to mutate, it will evolve. Overthought says, Saturn University is a bit of a diploma mill. Should have picked Uranus Tech.
Ago, when the Anunnaki modified the bonobo DNA, fusing chromosomes 2
Bonobo DNA. Again, we are cousins with chimps and bonobos. We are not descended from chimpanzees or bonobos. Those are extant apes. Those exist right now. Just like we exist right now. We come from a common ancestor. We did not come from chimpanzees or bonobos. We all came from an earlier ape species that then evolved and split into a variety of different ones.
A and 2B together. It resulted in the development of the Homo erectus, who, with 46 chromosomes instead of the primate 48,
Oh my god, that's not how...
could stand on 2 legs. Long after the Anunnaki had come and gone on Gaia, the Arcturians, tasked by the High Council.
Dr. Worm says, a part of me thinks calling it natural selection has ruined some people's understanding because selection sounds like a conscious act when it really just acts more like a filter or a sieve. People are by and large incapable of wrapping their head around unmotivated systems. I don't know if changing the name would help. People just kinda don't get it. It bounces off them. Altered Undying says, please tell me you see it too. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, where did that go?
To upgrade the 46 chromo genome.
Oh, an Unstable Deadbeat says, are you sure they exist right now? Should we check with Hans Wormhat about that? He's the first person I check about whether or not animals are real. He's so good at it. He picks up so many that other people don't.
Made a second modification to the existing humanoid DNA at gene 7. These significantly include the whole series of HAR modifications affecting the size of the skull and the neocortex. Here we have the emergence of Homo sapiens. The Story of Adam and Eve, inserting the FOXP2 override, which led
The FOXP2 gene is the gene that, I don't know if they still believe this or if it's more complicated than this, but it is a gene that they believe is a large component in the human ability to speak. If you remove this gene, my understanding is, or if you have a mutation where you do not have this gene, you do not have the capability of language, pretty much, which sucks.
led to a fully developed and finely tuned physical body capable of becoming a three-dimensional vehicle for the emergent soul consciousness, which led directly to the historic civilizations in Atlantis before the
Ooh, Atlantis on the bingo card. Atlantis. Cool.
last Gaian Ice Age. But recently, some very serious concerns have surfaced regarding the original modifications made by the Anunnaki to the bonobo chromosome 2 specifically. It has been fully documented through numerous studies that these modifications left unresolved telomere strands at their cellular fusion point. Similar floating telomere strands were not found in other sentient species across the Orion spur. Some say that it was intentional, with the original bonobos engineered as a work crew to harvest gold for the Anunnaki starships.
The premise of Battlefield Earth! God damn it! Well, you were learning to spell your name! I was being trained to conquer galaxies! It's the plot of Battlefield Earth. That's one of L. Ron Hubbard's books. No, I don't believe aliens are overly concerned with mining gold. Frankly, even if they were, let's say gold was let's say gold was a resource aliens needed. Why would they use human slaves? If you have interstellar space travel, you haven't figured out any better mining efficiency tools than human slaves? That's just lame, man. That's just lame.
I, myself, think they were simply sloppy during the genetic fusion procedure and quite literally didn't tie up loose ends. Nobody noticed the incremental deviations on Gaia from the normal sentient evolution occurring elsewhere along the Orion spur until very recently. Judge Harmon, I hope that quickly summarizes the millions of years of genome history on Gaia and gives you the background information you need for your court. Are there any questions?
I have
Yeah, why wasn't this a filing? Shouldn't this be, again, I am projecting American jurisprudence onto this court, but can you blame me? She's wearing a black robe, white wig, has a gavel, she's at a thing, she's at a podium. You just have a guy come give you the exposition? Again, this play is just exposition so far.
a question.
Tip, if
Are
you're
there any other words?
if you are a writer, tip, do not have the first 7 minutes of your play be an unbroken series of exposition about what's going on.
Along the Orion spur experiencing the same issues with their DNA evolution similar to what is happening here.
As I said, we have not seen this anomaly elsewhere. There was a different anomaly in the Sol system on Mars quite a few million years ago, which resulted in the
Quite a few million years ago. That's how you phrase that.
destruction of the Martian civilization there. All other evolutionary streams coded for sentience seem to be processing correctly.
Thank you, Dr. Arcturus, for bringing
Fenry, thanks for 36 months, says to 3 years of Hannah, and that's a sub baby. This sub baby's name is gonna be Barry Gordy. Barry Gordy. Gothgeek Gaming with a 3-stream streak says, well, looks like I earn more here than on YouTube. At least there's no ads with subs. FYI, did you see my bits message? I don't know if I did, Gothgeek Gaming. Let me look. Oh good, a witch hand a day to ignore my 9 out of 10 chronic pain. Are we talking about the Isu gene from Assassin's Creed? Basically, yes. I love Assassin's Creed.
Bring us up to speed on the background science behind the current situation that is before the court. The question has to be asked. How could the High Council not have noticed this anomaly before? There are no accidents. And yet, here we all are now, all these millions of years later, and because of this apparent oversight, we are confronted with a twofold problem resulting directly from these Anunnaki interventions. The first problem is that humans who are comprised of 46 chromosomes and are also sentient are now on the cusp of overseers of Gaia. They're accused of reckless and wanton destruction of the planet that they are destined to preserve.
Okay. Is it your planet? Like, don't get me wrong. I think humans are fucked up and what we do to the planet is fucked up. But I'm gonna put this out there. If you're an alien, well, fuck you. Stay in your own yard. What is this, a planetary HOA? Eat shit. Get out of my backyard. What the fuck are you talking about? If we want to destroy the atmosphere and kill ourselves, leave us alone, bitch.
Humanity is on the precipice of filling Gaia's auric field with enough toxicity to destroy most of life on Earth. This is the first problem. The second problem arises with their imminent physical presence in the wider galactic family.
Oh, hun, humans aren't making it in anywhere. We're stuck here. It's fine. Best case, we survive and make it into our own solar system. That's about it. That's the cap. That's the wall. Therodona says a better case would be humanity suing the Galactic Council for neglect and back child support. True! Where are these Anunnaki that just squirted their DNA into all of us and then they took off for a pack of cyber cigarettes? This is bullshit.
There is likelihood that the 46 chromosentients will bring their toxic shadow with them as they...
Is the implication that other aliens don't have chromosomes? Like they have entirely different genetic structures that don't involve chromosomes? Because if we're Chromo sapiens, like what are they? Something sapien, presumably.
Move on to the Orion Spur and the greater Milky Way.
Oh, I'm excited. My mid-year review at work happened, and I did really well this year, and I got a gift card from them, and I got some silent films that I've been wanting with it, and they're almost here. Very excited. I got a Blu-ray of Lumiere's From the Earth to the Moon. It's a new one from Flickr, or Flickr Alley. Very nice. Ashley One Up says, Car in from Tau Ceti 5 wants to talk to you about your satellite in orbit. We got too much trash on our lawn.
These are two very serious and worrisome problems. And it comes down to this basic question before the court.
Hope you get a raise with that, otherwise the gift card's kind of BS. We get raises on our yearly reviews, not mid-year. So mid-year, we might get something like a gift card. Yearly reviews are when we do the actual raises.
Should the original 46 chromohominids on Gaia be allowed to continue to evolve and possibly threaten Gaia and other planets? Or
blow up the Earth. Blow up the Earth.
Should the High Council withdraw their active...
Does this speak to... talks to aliens regularly? No.
...participation in the affairs of these hominids and just allow them to naturally de-evolve and eventually disappear? And that is the choice before us. This is why we have gathered here in this cosmic courtroom.
Would you call it a cosmic courtroom? It's not really any more of a cosmic courtroom than a courtroom on Earth. They both exist in the cosmos. You know what I mean? It'd be like if someone, like if there was like a mermaid play and they're like, here in this underwater court. As opposed to what? It's just where you live. You would just say court. Like imagine if we were in court and I was like, welcome to land court, motherfuckers. Wouldn't you be like, A, weird that the judge said motherfuckers. 2, of course it's land court. Where else would we have it? What are you talking about?
Judgment Day has arrived.
Maybe it's on a space station? It would still just be court. Having court in a space station doesn't make it cosmic. I'm nipping this in the bud. You can't just append cosmic and quantum to things and expect it to make it a different thing.
I'm
sorry, is this a musical? Please be a musical. Oh my fuck. Please? No, are we just switching the set pieces? Damn it. Gothgeek Gaming says, I joked before, but the more they talk, the more they talk. The more they talk, the more they talk, the more I'm picturing them watching the 30-second clip of Adam and Eve revolting against their superiors from AC2 while the sun was having a massive solar flare.
Let me introduce 2 advocates to our jury and celestial guests. Varnock of the Dominion Axis, advocating for dissolution and reclamation.
Yes! I'm rooting for him.
And Zalari of Andromeda Prime, advocating for preservation and forgiveness.
Boo! Fuck you!
Varnock. Varnock, please begin by introducing yourself and your purpose in being here today.
Is this thing on? I am Varnock.
Did they not even have a tripod? Is the person filming this hand holding the camera?
Purpose in being here
No, it's steady. Why do they keep adjusting it? Stop constantly fidgeting with it, you fuck.
is to advocate for the dissolution of the 46 chromosentients inhabiting Gaia, in order to preserve the other worlds for evolutionary development already established along the Orion Spur.
Christopher says, what shows, movies are you willing to look past transphobia with to enjoy, i.e. you liked Family Guy, would you ever be able to look at that infamous Quagmire's episode? Not Family Guy. Like, to be clear, I've caught other episodes of Family Guy, but if it's that episode, I turn it off. I'm not doing that shit. I don't watch the first Ace Ventura movie because I can't exactly skip the end scene. It's kind of like the climax of the movie, but I do watch Ace Ventura 2 and think it's funny. There's problematic shit in that too, but whatever. Sleepaway Camp. I don't know, I'm sure there's others. You could argue Silence of the Lambs. The movie does its best. The movie's like, no, Buffalo Bill is not trans. However, chuds consider Buffalo Bill trans anyway, so I don't know. Think about that how you will, I guess.
As chief advocate for the Dominion Matrix, it is my duty to preserve and protect those evolving species and ensure that no harm befalls them. The 46 chromosentients on Gaia are a clear and present danger.
Judge, I object. They are not a clear and present danger because there are no grounds for this line of testimony.
Overruled, Zalari.
Why did they make the defense for Earth a pussy?
Varnock, please.
Hannah mentions Blu-rays. I did earlier. That's true. Hannah mentions Blu-rays on the bingo card. Hannah mentions Blu-rays.
Please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. As I was saying, we cannot allow them to bring their toxic mix of greed and hatred that are poisoning the earth and the wider cosmic family. Or perhaps we can allow an asteroid to obliterate the sky like we did 65 billion years ago, when the dinosaurs were making it pretty tough for hominids to survive.
Oh my god! They think that dinosaurs lived at the same time as people! Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-ba!
And evolve. We will show that this species, the 46 chromosentient Homo sapiens, with their now infamous floating telomeres and propensity for violence, are a clear
Humans and our infamous telomeres.
and present danger to Gaia and all other sentient beings.
We have full solar and lunar eclipses, though. It's really cool, I promise.
Awakening right now along the Orion Spur.
Thank you, Advocate Varnock. Advocate Solari, please proceed.
Have you considered cheese? We invented cheese. Fuck! Hannah mentions cheese. I didn't do that on purpose, but I feel like my subconscious did. That was too close to Hannah mentions Blu-rays. My fucking mouth. Where's the stupid cheese one? Hannah mentions cheese. God fucking damn it. I'm craving cheese.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have visited many planets in my capacity as an advocate for the High Council. The evolution of species and the harmonious
Do you know how many human butts I probed in preparation for this trial?
development of a cultured society
Why do they always hide the discovery in the anal cavity?
are present everywhere along the Orion Spur. But the 46
Do I have any cheese right now? I could go grab some from downstairs, but I'm working.
chromosentients on Gaia are a rare and special thread in the evolutionary framework.
Unstable Deadbeat says, I've not really been following the plot of this play. What's the conspiracy behind it? Are they suggesting that they're actually aliens doing this and that it's a conspiracy, or is this allegorical to some of other conspiracy theory? It reflects what they believe. These people are acting as aliens, but they believe that a galactic council actually exists and that humans actually were interfered with by Anunnaki in their DNA. So while they're not necessarily saying this trial literally has taken place like this, they're saying it could because there are aliens that are very upset with us.
They manifest personal and transcendental
This was performed at the Conscious Life Expo. If you're familiar with the Conscious Life Expo, it's a crank woo-woo conspiracy convention.
love in ways that those of us on the High Council
All right, I am going to grab that cheese. You can be mad at me. I accept this. While I'm gone, Chair will tell you about a movie that I can't believe. It has taken 5 years to be used for this bit. Conspiracy theory. 5 years. We did it. I'll be right back. Oh, god damn it. Stay. 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 Stay, you motherfucker. Kill you. What, you want this? You fucking bitch! We will do it. I will do it against your will. Ha ha ha! Right, continuing.
Rarely ever see. I myself have spent several incarnations on Gaia as an ordinary person.
Oh, he can remember reincarnations. That's good.
The pain, the joy, the complex network of emotions, the ability to experience consciousness in physical form, and to experience love. These are transformative beyond any words or action.
Yes, we already had reincarnation on the bingo, but yes, if you haven't already marked it.
But beyond the remarkable experience, when the 46 chromosentients on Gaia focus on their spiritual transformation, they open the door to a higher plane through their search. We will present decisive
Fancy Lunchables? Yeah, they're those adult Lunchables.
arguments
Play a little charcuterie board.
showing that the beneficial contributions of the 46 chromosentients make a difference in Gaia. The wider cosmos may also benefit.
The cheese is Gouda.
Perhaps because of the botched Anunnaki experiment millions of years ago. And like you said earlier, Your Honor,
Oh my god, that's mono. I'm so sorry. Let me fix that for you guys. I didn't realize until then.
there are no accidents. Thank you.
Thank you, Advocate Solari.
Wasn't I great?
Did they expect the audience to cheer for him and they didn't? So he said that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Order!
I object.
Order!
I object, Your Honor. He cannot kiss up to the courtroom.
Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The audience before me, you, the eternal jury, shall bear witness and remember. What we do here today will resonate across the cosmic timelines and become part of the Akashic record for this singularity.
Do you think they get paid for mileage, the jury in this cosmic court? Or do they just get lunch?
We pray to all the great beings for guidance, insight, and reckoning. We will determine if the High Council should continue to support this evolutionary branch or allow them to follow the dinosaurs into oblivion. We have been tasked with assisting and participating in the evolution of the universe.
Says who? Like, seriously. I know this is fiction, but they think it's real. Who gave this fucking alien the right? What are you talking about? Just because you're a sentient being, you think you have the right to control the evolution of other sentient beings and decide who lives and who dies? That's fucking crazy. This would be an evil empire if it was real.
Thank you, advocates. We will take a brief recess and we will return for your opening statements. Advocate Varnick, you may proceed with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. This inquiry is timely. The 46 Chromo sapiens currently occupying Gaia represent a direct threat to the well-being of the entire galaxy.
Really? If you can wipe us out, I'm pretty sure that's not true.
They are a failed experiment, much like the Neanderthals before them.
Okay, whatever. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Despite their fused chromosome and alterations to gene 7, which were, by the way, granting superior intelligence and physical capability, think about that. They consistently manifest war, cruelty, and habitat destruction. Research presented by Dr. Arcturus, it's simple. It stated that the floating telomeres on the Anunnaki fused chromosome created a perpetual psychic irritation. This
Profane priestess says, screams into my anthropology degree.
chronic sense of incompleteness in their hominid mind trapped these sentients in suffering and dissatisfaction. I'm not here to destroy all humans. I'm here to save the entire universe.
Okay? Again, we're having a trial over genocide.
All the other evolving hominids elsewhere in the galaxy live in harmony with oneness and source. Humanity does not.
Why do I do this to you? Because in some way I'm a sadist, I guess. I don't know why. But only specifically about showing people things that hurts their sense of faith in humanity. I know I won't break yours, because you're a very positive person about, like, you know, potential for the future. But as long as I can get a little bit of like a I want you to feel disgusted with your humanity, at least a little bit. A healthy amount of disgust.
Up until now, they
Destroy All Humans, that was a great game. It was. I loved that and the sequels.
haven't
The remakes are pretty good.
cared for their own planet. Releasing them into the greater cosmos would make them a voracious contagion, leaving toxic wastelands and war across the Orion Spur. We cannot let this happen. Whether the
That's like the balance here. The chat balances it out. I like it. I keep all of you from getting too grandiose and hopeful, and you keep me from getting so depressed that
Anunnaki intended for this flaw or it arose by accident is irrelevant.
It's nature, you know? It's homeostasis.
These 46 chromosentients have chosen greed and recklessness over unity and awakening. Their destructive trajectory is now so entrenched, Your Honor, that the other Nassian species on Gaia, such as the dolphins, they're collateral damage.
Why aren't we talking about the dolphins?
I therefore advocate for the termination of the hominid project right here on Gaia, not through an asteroid or a cataclysm, but by simply withdrawing High Council support. Left to their own devices.
Wait, what? What support have you been giving us? What are you talking about? You know how many homeless people there are? Starving people, dying people, people in pain. What are you talking about?
Steeped in power, hate, jealousy, and remorselessness, they will inevitably poison themselves and vanish from the evolutionary record, just like the Neanderthals before them.
Got him.
They have written their own fate. Thank you.
You'd think you'd just want to wipe out the humans with a disease or something so they don't hurt the dolphins. Like, if you're so concerned about the dolphins, you'd want to get rid of humans while they're still doing damage to other species. Oh! Alien Court has a gong. It's always funny when we're like, let's make up alien stuff, and then it's just like exoticizing things from other human cultures. There's always an element of that because, like, there's only so much you can draw from, I guess, but they're aliens, so they use a gong.
Thank you, Advocate Varnock.
You're welcome.
Very sobering. And now, let us hear from Advocate Zalari.
Thank you, Your Honor. I guess Your Honor and the court by now understands Varnock's closed heart approach to reality and destruction.
I object.
You will stick.
That's not object to what? What are your grounds? What do you mean you object? Object does not just mean I don't like that, writers.
To your subject, Zalari.
Thank you, Your Honor. I advocate for allowing the 46 Homo sapien evolution
The 46 homos, 46 homosexuals in a Wendy's.
to continue. They are a kind and hardworking species trying to get grounded in a bipolar, dual-based world. And this task is quite difficult. Maybe it's the floating telomeres. Maybe it's the
Believing that the world is bipolar in terms of its personality as opposed to incredibly complex gradients of all sorts of grays, I don't know what to tell you.
Anunnaki had compromised intentions. Maybe.
Yeah, they took out the eyes of the mask so we could read.
But these disputed genome sequences are merely a challenge for the 46 chromosentients, not the determination of their evolutionary impulse. They're a good species. They're doing good work and making progress, growing in their own consciousness and their soul bodies. With ongoing help of the High Council, they will be able to eradicate the impediments that have moved forward on their path toward awakening their consciousness and cosmic exploration. Those incarnating souls who are being drawn into this hominid body on Gaia are coming in as inspired torchbearers.
Could they seriously not get anyone else to play the defense attorney? This guy's terrible and boring.
Dedication to the personal and planetary transformation. We were all once them, remember? They will overcome the propensity for greed and violence embedded in their cells.
I guess I don't even understand what the big deal is if they've confirmed in this universe that reincarnation is a thing, which they've already established. Sure, blow up the humans, destroy the Earth. Their souls will just go into other bodies that aren't human? If you think that that's the case, what's even the big deal?
Your bodies, just have we just like and have all of us have grown. I'm asking for time, Your Honor. Let them to continue to be nurtured by a spirit. In time, they will awaken, and the special destiny of the Homo sapien species will be a miracle for all the universe to see. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's a plot point in Babylon 5. I gotta watch Babylon 5.
Thank you, Advocate Zalari. Your statements have been entered into the Akashic record. Thank you, advocates. Let's take a short break, and we will be back here 15 Earth seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
We might become Thetans. Good. I want to be a ghost that possesses an alien and fucks up their life. Now I'll be the maladaptive coping mechanisms. What a twist.
Let us proceed to the presentation of your cases. Advocate Varnock, please present the issue for the court. Be clear and state your position succinctly.
Thank you, Judge. I will show significant evidence of the threat that these sentients represent to themselves and to other life forms on Gaia and along the Orion Spur.
What threat? Everyone reincarnates.
Please watch
You've determined the universe is a video game, basically. Why do you care?
the video screens. And I must warn you, some of these images are horrifying.
This is one of my favorite genres of montage. You'll see this in a lot of sci-fi when there's a plot or something where humanity is being judged. I've seen this in Doctor Who a few times. It's been in tons of other media. There's probably a trope name for it. But it's a montage that seeks to show the worst of humanity. Usually you throw a Hitler or Nazis goose-stepping in there, but usually it's like war, fires, environmental damage, violence, all sorts of stupid shit. But basically it's just, here's a bunch of footage, so humanity's fucked. It's such a funny montage. Yeah, you gotta have a nuclear bomb in there. You gotta have a nuclear bomb in there. You have to. It's mandatory. The mandatory ones are always some scene of war, nuclear bomb, some mention of Nazis or Hitler directly or indirectly. Grongavaldi Gurnison with a $5 super chat says, just got here. What the blood so tell is this high school homework assignment we're watching? It's a play put on by conspiracy theorists about how they think the universe works. Hey, Tired and Trans, how's it going? Oh, Raid! Lumi, how you doing? Hello, Raiders, welcome. I'm Hannah. We look at all sorts of weird stuff. We look at conspiracy theories and debunk them. We look at weird political beliefs. We look at sovereign citizens, all sorts of silly stuff. Today, we are looking at a play put on by conspiracy theorists at a recent conspiracy conference called the Conscious Life Expo. So it is... the plot is that aliens are putting humanity on trial for all of our evil doings. We're in the middle of the humans are evil montage right now. Make sure you check out Lumi here on Twitch if you haven't already. They're great. Could we get a link? Could someone do a shout out for Lumi here, please? Hope your stream was good. Tea Time Tea says apparently this trope is called atrocity montage. Makes sense. Makes sense. How's that on humans? That's a bug problem. Are we just supposed to be upset at electrical utilities? Oh, no, sorry, it's flooded. It's flooded. Establishing shot.
What more can I say?
At least it seems like they're not flat earthers. That's good. They did show a planet, so. Oh, we did have 9/11. 9/11 out of nowhere on the bingo card. People who rated, we do conspiracy bingo. So let's see, where is 9/11 out of nowhere on here? Somewhere on the bingo card. Where is it? There it is, 38. That's a big bingo card. That's just because that's the master card. Here's the link to just regular bingo cards for you guys. If you want, you can click on that link and it'll open a bingo card for you to generate.
What if they bring that toxic sludge of greed and hatred to the local planets and star systems?
You're literally doing a court about whether or not you should genocide an entire species. Are you going to pretend that there isn't hatred and cruelty in your space justice system?
Once they have achieved space travel, they'll be everywhere, polluting the worlds they visit.
Would it matter? There's like infinite planets. If we could go into space easily, would it matter?
Making catastrophic messes and creating havoc, just like the under-evolved primates that they are.
Also, if we invent space travel that's interstellar, you think we're still on fossil fuels? Phoenix with a 35 stream streak says, all the parasocial love. Thank you.
Thank you, Advocate Varnock. Your argument is on the record. You make the point exceedingly well, the possibility that these misguided and deluded 46 chromosentients can spread chaos and ruin across the star systems should be frightening to all of us.
Preach it.
Think about the children.
Advocate Solari, please proceed
Genocide for a species, xenocide. Thank you, xenocide then.
with your evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. That was a very disturbing conclusion you drew, and obvious, inevitable. But that's not the whole story, everyone. These sentient beings on Gaia will increase their awareness with our help.
Bravo Needs Bacon with 40 bits says, if we could go into space, I have a list of people I'm leaving out there so we can try to fix the planet.
Their souls will become more embodied as they become awakened, and the destruction of Varnock's portrait toward a more harmonious planet. They will grow, expand, and develop. Let me share some of the outstanding qualities that these 46 chromosentient
Oh, are we going to get a virtuous montage to counteract the evil one?
beings are capable of achieving on Gaia.
Really? Are we doing this? Are you going to pan the camera? Pan the camera? Pan the camera? Oh my god, the person they got to film this thing sucks so bad. I can't even make fun of it if I don't see it. You assholes. Yeah, there you go, you dickwad. Where is it? Why are you on this? Where's the montage, you fucker? What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, a space shuttle. That's just space again. That's just space again. Art? Okay. Okay, music. The Beatles! Yeah, sure, they did the Holocaust. But have you considered Abbey Road? Oh my god. Dan, I feel like there's negative things you can say about the pyramids. A library. They helped ashore. The problem with both of these montages is they're both ridiculous. You can't say, let's judge an entire species by clipping together a minute and a half of purely visual clips.
I ask the court to see what I see. These 46 chromosentians have access to enormous spiritual potential, and that they stand at the dawn of a great evolutionary
I don't even know what you mean. You're complaining about war. Are you pretending that a large part of human war doesn't involve, like, spiritual conflict? Like, in human history, a lot of wars have been around ideological differences that are religious or
in
spiritual.
sentient consciousness. We must not deny them.
I object, Your Honor. You can't
What are you objecting to?
use puppies and unicorns to save humans.
We should not jump so fast to judge the loving nature that is in each of us ourselves.
Overruled. Zolari's argument bears relevance. Thank you, Zolari. Your evidence was very uplifting and inspiring. Your points were
The judge is just like a Facebook mom who's really easily swayed by, like, TikTok level videos.
in consideration. I will now consider the totality of what has been presented.
Yeah, the writer doesn't know what an objection is or what it's for. They've
This
just
is-
seen it in movies and stuff and have no idea what it means.
Decision will not be made lightly. The matter before us carries consequences beyond this chamber. As we have no further evidence to present, let us proceed with closing arguments.
Let's get this bitch over. Let's do it.
Evolution on the... Thank you, advocates, for your deep dive into the 46 chromo evolution on the great planet Gaia. It is tragic that these 46 chromos are destroying their planet, making it unhealthy and unsafe. However, we also recognize the love that many have toward Gaia and how they hold a sacred bond with the planet, its living creatures, and each other. Wait. Wait. Wait.
What is happening? Wow, they really had to pad this run time. Like, this is barely a one-act play. You take out all the pauses.
I am receiving a message from Gaia.
Surprise testimony from planet Earth! Planet Earth actually wasn't on our provided witness list, so we moved to strike this witness from the docket. Yeah.
She wants to speak out directly on behalf of the 46 chromosentients. She regards them as her children and wants
Captain Planet as a representative. Captain Planet isn't Gaia. Gaia is the Earth Mother that gave the rings to the Planeteers so that they could combine their powers to make Captain Planet. Get your facts straight. Jitara says, I mean, as far as nature is concerned, it is a species' imperative to survive and spread out, even though we only have ourselves as an actual example of a sapient species. I'd assume that we're pretty par for the course. For another sapient species to judge us harshly and deny us our lives or the ability to leave our planet, if we have the means, is insane. Yeah, it'd be a space dictatorship. It would be fucked up. Good news is, though, it's not real, so it's fine.
Wait. Here she is.
Tara has filled an amicus brief.
Do not judge my children.
Oh god, I'm on fire! Ah! Ah! Kill these fucking humans! Look what they've done to me! Ah!
Do not threaten them with harm. How...
Also, we've skipped over this. I feel like I've skipped over this. The Earth is sentient and sapient and is alive and can talk and has opinions on humans. I feel like we've vastly skipped over the importance of this in the canon here.
Dare you, after all this time?
They might be fleas, but they're my fleas.
After all these millions of years of nurturing, guiding, helping these evolving hominids, you want to dismantle the entire planetary society that we have created? Let me remind you that after the Anunnaki left, I nourished and nurtured these evolving bipeds over these millions of years to prepare their physical bodies with a download and integration of soul consciousness.
Okay, what if we Death Star you?
And now that we are nearly there, you want to disenfranchise my entire population to send them where? To oblivion? These are my children. How dare you? And all this because some uptight nerd from the Dominion Access thinks the leftover floating telomeres from the original Anunnaki modification make my children violent.
Objection! Objection! You can't call prosecution uptight. And a nerd. Did you say nerd?
Uptight nerd from
You cannot call opposing counsel nerd.
the Dominion Access thinks the leftover floating telomeres from the original Anunnaki modification make my children violent. Are you kidding? My entire world is violent. Violent with volcanoes and tidal waves. Violent with cracking tectonic plates.
Isn't that on you? You're the planet.
And a stampede of a million buffalo.
It's like the Earth is our bipolar mom that gave us tons of maladaptive coping mechanisms.
My whole body is alive with pulsing and fiery energy.
Oh my god, Earth is a toxic boy mom. You can't blame my humans for their actions. Dillo Spiller says, 1 million buffalo?
I know what you have seen. You have watched my children abuse my body and poison my art field without compunction. You've heard their wars, their cries, their thoughtlessness. I hope that you have also seen their wonder and their music rising from the ruins. Do not
Have you heard the talking heads? They're pretty good. Will that make you not blow up the Earth?
despair for them. I am not dying. My flora and fauna are not dying. My mountains continue to rise majestic to the sky.
Okay, we are kind of in the middle of the Anthropocene Great Extinction, though, so it's not necessarily true if the Earth could actually talk. Chitara says, imagine you get to speak to the consciousness of an entire planet, a mind that has spanned billions of years and may contain vast wisdom, and it calls you an uptight nerd.
Humanity is not lost. They are awakening. Through pain, they learn empathy. Through chaos, they learn harmony. I am their mother, and this is what I teach them.
So basically what, their solution is to have God kind of step in and just say, no, humans are actually great, don't worry. What an interesting way to resolve your cognitive dissonance about the complex nature of human existence.
I do not.
We all do, humans do terrible things and destroy the planet and each other constantly, but also we try to help each other and we're communal and it's very complicated and confusing. How do I resolve this? It's okay, the ghost of planet Earth says we're okay. It's the funniest way to resolve that.
Seek their perfection, only to prepare them for their awakening and expansion. And when they are fully awakened in the higher consciousness, then my whole body will become alive with that conscious awareness.
This whole trial could have been an email.
It is through their spiritual light that I experience the fullness of creation. They make me complete. Do no harm to them.
Oh, fuck me. We're just gonna appropriate this for a second for our thing. Spiller with a 40 stream streak says Earth's climate so hot right now. And yet still the coolest it's gonna be on average going forward. Do I like Balatro? I've never played it. I've seen it. I've never played it ever, and I'm not that interested. I'm not huge into card games in general, unless it's something like where you're actually playing with a group and it's like we're Cards Against Humanity or Apples to Apples, and that's really the cards are just there to prompt. Not a big fan of like card games like poker, anything with typical playing cards. Not a playing card game in the classic sense. I still don't think I'd like it.
Thank you, Gaia. We honor the Great Mother. Let her words and her love penetrate to our very core.
I won't say it.
Thank you, advocates, for your testimonies.
They didn't do, mostly it was video montages. It wasn't a lot of argument, to be honest.
Gaia, for blessing us with your presence. While the advocates prepare their closing statements, let us sit quietly with each other. Breathe mindfully. Here, in this
I
moment.
can hear the cameraman breathing deeply into the camera mic. Do you hear him?
Be still with the high council of spiritual teachers and the masters and prophets.
Oh my god, the guy they got to film this is so bad. He's so, like, I'm not a professional videographer. I don't, like, holy fucking shit. He's clearly never filmed a stage production before, ever, of anything, even like a high school play.
From across the galaxy, sitting with us, breathing the same breath.
Like, I did some technical stuff for drama when I was in high school. I wasn't actually part of the drama class, but I volunteered for the plays and stuff to do tech stuff they needed to do, some light stuff, crawling up in the, like, rafters above to switch out gels and stuff. Holy shit!
Minding the same mind moment.
Yeah,
Breathe.
prop stuff, working props. Yeah.
Everyone together.
There was a prop, I forget what play it was. Maybe it was the pajama game. There was like a knife board where someone had to throw knives at a thing and make it look like they were actually throwing knives at someone against a board. But really the board just had knives behind it and I'd be behind it. So when they did the throwing motion, I'd shove the knives in from the back really quickly so it looked like they threw the knife. That was fun.
Breathe in slowly. Draw the light into your heart and your mind. Hold it. And now exhale. And let your body settle as if Gaia herself were holding you. Now inhale again. And receive. See the suffering that has been shown.
I think this play would have been 20 minutes if they took out the filler.
To us in the courtroom today. The tragedy and the cruelty. Find the empathy in your heart. Feel the cruel pain. Cry for the children. And now, exhale and breathe out waves of peace, waves of love and healing into your world. Breathe in once more.
It sounds like someone snoring.
And as we breathe out, let us send our unified healing energy to the earth and to all the sentient beings living here, and to all the beings on all the planes of existence.
Also, I want to point out, this is a high school thing, which is weird. For all the, like, tropes of, like, oh, people in band and drama are nerds, no groups of people were fucking more in my high school than the band kids and the drama kids. What a weird trope. That it's like, nerdy virgins. They were banging like crazy. What is up with people?
We have studied the Akashic record. We have heard the arguments from the advocates. Gaia herself has spoken to us. But we are still left with a very serious and consequential question and are at the edge of a deeper uncertainty. What if, as Advocate Varnick points out, the dark shadow of ignorance is strong enough to overwhelm the young hominid consciousness even as they are being watched over by the great Mother Gaia? Or can the power of light, of love, and creative expression.
Dillis Filler says, I don't know whether I want this writer to continue developing their stage play skills or to join a monastic order.
Be enough to reverse the unresolved disposition for malevolence and discord.
Band and orchestra had the soundproof practice rooms. Is that just a universal experience? That there's like everyone, that new people who were hooking up in the soundproof practice rooms? Because that literally happened at my school. People were hooking up in the practice rooms. Ken Sister Sue with the 115 stream streak says, in my drama group, we were just a group of attention seekers with daddy issues. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Can they?
Why do you think I wanted to be so close to the drama kids? I was too much of a coward to actually join drama, but I still wanted to be around it.
Develop empathy and compassion as they continue on their evolutionary journey? Advocates, please present your closing statements. Advocate Varnick, please begin.
Thank you, Judge Harmona. How'd that breath work out for you? Was that good? Good stuff?
You're not funny.
It is clear from Dr. Artur.
He looks like a Bible Man villain. That's the vibe I'm getting. It took me a second to figure out, like, why is the vibe on this guy have a particular feel? It's because he's got the vibe of a Bible Man villain. He even looks like one.
Presentation and common sense observation that the original Anunnaki genome modification.
Nearest Crowhill says, when I was in theater, I stumbled upon a couple hooking up in the giant plant from Little Shop of Horrors. I'm going to be honest, if you have a chance to do that, that sounds great. I think that sounds hilarious and awesome, and to be able to say that you fucked inside of Audrey too, that's a story worth telling.
Have created a violent species on Gaia, incapable of peacefully awakening to their cosmic destiny. So check this out. The original Anunnaki genetic meddling has turned into a colossal blunder that needs to be rectified. I got a plan. Gaia will be better off without the 46 chromotoxic footprint, and the rest of the Orion Spur will be safer without their corruption, the violence, and hatred that is terrorizing other developing life forms.
Agreed. Burn it to the ground. Let's go. Just a Peach with a tip says, the quarterback was the leading man for all of the plays when I was in high school. I also know he was the Who was not hookup as much of his Bible-thumping co-star. He was also an alcoholic by the time he was 25. That sounds like a bummer.
Gaia herself seems to be in a codependent relationship with this demented species. And she can't get out of her own way. She must realize if this habitat destruction continues, she may be sacrificing herself permanently to these parasites abusing her body. Yeah. We can offer to Gaia a new hominid project and code it without the mistakes that the Anunnaki made.
Chitara says, in my school, the band Drama Geeks used to hook up in the soundproof practice room. I only knew this because I was in junior ROTC and the art club, and we had to work with them all the time. Don't even get me started on if there was a school trip, it was easier to figure out who wasn't hooking up. I had such a lonely childhood. Holy fuck. Dylan Miller says, remember that band instruments are either hitty or spitty, so musicians tend to develop great hand-or-mouth skills. I was in band, for what it's worth. Nearest Crowhill, what do you want me to wear for the hats off?
Only a short amount of time. Only a short amount of galactic time has passed since this problem has developed. So, Let's nip it in the bud. Yeah, before it gets worse.
A little late for the judge wig. Yeah, also it doesn't really fit right, so I don't really do the judge wig.
Delay, Your Honor, is dangerous. We must restore order.
Hitty or mouthy instrument? Both, actually. I was percussion for a while, but I primarily played brass. I did trumpet and tuba. I'm well-rounded skill-wise.
Order. We must restore balance and harmony on Gaia to protect the other evolving sentient planets along the Orion Spur. Gaia says she will protect, she'll nourish, she'll guide the pitiful 46 chromosentients. It is still our role as stewards and caretakers.
What does "oh, so you were a trumpet player" mean? What does that mean?
To protect Gaia, even from herself, if need be. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Advocate Varnock. Please, Advocate Solari, make your closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Don't let the poisonous words of Varnock overwhelm your decision
Welcome, Swamp
today.
King.
I object. He's kissing up, Your Honor.
He sounds
That's not an objection. That's not a proper objection.
he sounds like the old fallen angel story that cohabitated with these Homo sapiens, and he's trying to cover up some mistake he probably made.
Are they saying that angels and demons exist in this universe too?
I object, Your Honor.
So
You
what-
cannot use the Bible.
Also, if no wig, I'll let you choose if you want to swap hats. Let me see. I don't really want to swap, but you did the thing, so what do I pick? We'll do the conspiracy cowboy hat. Cowgirl hat.
I will have order in my court. Advocate Solari is speaking, and you will behave in my court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll have another.
What we need to do is send more avatars, more teachers, more prophets, and more illuminated beings, and sending more messages and more messengers to teach them and to guide them. We have to meet their rising aspirations with spiritual guidance and love. In the wilderness, they will cry. Shall we not listen? We need to bring them.
H-Bird says, I just got here. Is that fake Hunter Biden? Is this the fake Hunter Biden trial Fox News did? No, it's not. This is probably more legitimate than that.
To a greater passion for truth than their current passion for greed and hatred.
Yes, their solution is to send more conspiracy cult leaders, basically, is what they're saying. Yeah.
A more perfect humanity is achievable, and we can do this, and we must, and we cannot fail in supporting not only their mental and physical growth, but their spiritual growth. When they finally realize the scope of their soul's potential, when they evolve spiritually conscious fully crystallizes in them, we will be very glad that we allowed the evolutionary experiment to.
Can I just say, as a writing trope, whenever humans write a story where aliens or God or angels or any non-human beings decide, actually, human beings are great, and they have something inside them that we just don't have the right to snuff out. They'll do better. They're great. I find it so masturbatory, and I hate that shit. Wow, a human writer wrote about the indomitability of the human spirit and how great humans are? Wow, let's give ourselves a fucking hand. It's just, what are we doing? What's the point?
Continue, Your Honor, and we will be proud.
Thank you. Advocate
Hydrate
Solari,
will
very
do.
powerful.
Tell it, girl.
Are
It's
there any-
very, and then everyone clapped. It's very... It's just very circle jerky.
Any other witnesses? Speak. Who wants to speak? Find your voice, stand up, and be heard.
There's no hope. They certainly will destroy themselves. I say let's go. Humans are a danger.
Harold Ellman shared a photo of someplace selling raw milk. Unpasteurized raw milk. My God.
to Gaia and all its living.
You must hate TOS. No, I love Star Trek. I love TOS. I love TNG. I just take the hopefulness for what it is. It's part of that universe. Let me put it that way. It's part of that universe.
Creatures, we must try again.
I would say that the humans depicted in Star Trek are not the same species of human that exists in the real world, if that makes sense.
No. Help them to thrive and prosper, and to bring light to to Gaia when they're ready.
We didn't call you to the stand, Gaia. Contempt of court, 30 days in space jail.
Thank you, advocates, jury, and participants. Are there any other comments before we proceed with the verdict?
Yes, that guy was a plant.
Advocate Solari, you will soon be seeing a bailiff if you do not start to behave.
Yeah, I think we should.
This is your last warning.
I am Varnock.
Yeah, lock him up, Your Honor.
Spongy Lord says the Doctor does a lot of humanity, can do so much good. Look at how indomitable they are. When I hear that, that's the Doctor's view. I don't have to agree with what the Doctor believes to find the Doctor to be an interesting character. Quite the opposite. There's a lot that the Doctor says that I'm like, that's bullshit, or like, whatever. Again, it's fiction. He's a fictional character. I don't have to agree with the opinions of a fictional character to find them interesting.
When the High Council assigned me to this case, I was largely convinced that the best option was starting all over again with a new hominid project on Gaia.
So you're admitting you came into the case with a bias? Great.
Hopefully without any floating telomeres. But now, after hearing all of the evidence, I'm not so sure. And after hearing from Gaia herself, I am compelled to reconsider between...
It's one of your bougier chains. I hope everyone that buys that milk gets the natural results, the natural consequences of their actions.
These two options.
I am Gabriel.
Okay, so aliens exist. Planets exist in the sense that they are sapient beings, and Christian angels exist. I'm very confused about sort of the rules of this universe. I'm not sure how all of this interacts, if I'm being real.
Archangel and servant of the Most High. To the great High Council and to all beings gathered here, we extend our love from the angelic realm, where the archangels have gathered together to bring our spiritual light onto the affairs of this court of judgment.
Okay, you weren't called. No one subpoenaed you. You're not on the witness list. You can't be here.
While we are not visible in the third dimension of physical reality,
Of course.
the archangels have been continuously watching and nurturing the spiritual evolution of the various sentient worlds.
Wow, Earth and angels have been looking out for humans and we're still this bad? Holy shit, we suck. Just burn it all.
Arising across the Milky Way. And on some of these worlds I have planted gardens. And it is in those gardens, on those worlds, that I grow souls. A young soul, once born onto the physical plane, is immediately confronted by the conflicted duality of its three-dimensional existence. Free duality of right and wrong, the duality of good and evil, the duality of love and hate, and the stark duality of life and death. This is a harsh, harsh experience for young incarnating souls. It is through these severe and brutal tests that I grow souls across the wide reaches of space and time.
That's pretty fucked up. Probably stop doing that. Why are you farming sapient beings? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Through the experience of duality and the choices thus created. But it is only on Gaia, the beautiful blue-green gem, that the heart-wrenching consequences of that duality impact so deeply onto the incarnating soul.
Oh, we're a very special planet.
While the angels care for and nurture all incarnated souls on all the worlds across the vast regions of space, Gaia has a special role to play in the spiritual evolution of the cosmos. She is a special training ground for
Was
advanced
the angel hitting on Gaia?
souls. The Anunnaki misadventures were no accident. They were an engineered variation of the normal fusion of chromosomes 2A and 2B to deliberately leave unresolved telomeres at a fusion point where, on all the other worlds where souls incarnate, those pairs are otherwise seamlessly fused. Those unresolved floating telomeres and the irritation they have caused to the normal DNA sequencing have conditioned their exquisite transformation into a spiritually aware species. Incarnating on Gaia is like an advanced course in soul development. Many mature souls seek rebirth on Earth because it is the primary third dimension portal to the fifth dimension. This profound spiritual transformation can only be...
Don't worry, guys. Earth was the main character all along. We're very important.
...achieved.
Chitara says, I feel like this being is farming our souls, where we are but produce for a being infinitely more complex and beyond ourselves.
...while incarnated in a physical body in the world of duality. As the doorway to the fifth dimension opens and the awakening 46 chromosentients on Gaia pass through that psychic membrane, a realized energy potential is released back to the core, re-energizing the universe. This is how creation is sustained. I call for all to hear. This is the path to the fifth dimension, the path where opposites are reconciled by a third force, the powerful light of a spiritual consciousness. A profound
almost done, I know.
Transformation beckons those spiritual seekers who are ready to complete the secret mission that was begun all those millions of years ago on the plains of the Serengeti. This is what I have come to tell you. This is the song we sing in your ear.
We have been looking at this all wrong. I see now that the choice between allowing or not allowing the 46 chromo evolution to continue is a false choice. The great Archangel Gabriel has shown us.
Gabrielle. I didn't know that Gabriel transitioned. Good for her.
That the extreme circumstances on Gaia, from the light of consciousness to the darkness of greed and hatred, are designed as a training ground for spiritual evolution. Earth is the crucible. A larger vision beyond the duality of good and evil, even beyond life and death, emerges before us. A vision of a fully embodied, awake, and aware sentient species living conscious lives on Gaia while adapting the impossible limitations of the third dimension as a springboard to the higher planes of existence. There is no verdict here. There is only the gift. A third path opens for the 46 chromo sentients on Gaia. A path to ascension. Let us transform the world with the consciousness of light, the force of truth.
Depends on the kind of angel, H-Baird. There's different hosts of angels that look differently.
And the power of love. The choice to live in the galactic consciousness is now yours. This court is adjourned.
Breathe.
Are we done now? Yeah, link your arms or whatever and do the stupid thing. Yeah, let's go.
Heard there was a secret chord.
Oh my god, you're playing Hallelujah?
You don't really care for music.
Well, it goes like this. Dylan Spiller says, aren't all humans chromosexual? I guess. I don't know.
Well, it goes like this. The fourth, the fifth, the ninth, the major left, a baffled king.
What inspired?
Okay, hold on. They're going to do a little thing.
Robert?
Author!
Robert, real quick, what inspired you to write this?
The judgment card in the tarot deck.
That's it? That's enough, isn't it? That's enough.
The judgment card in a tarot deck is why he wrote this play.
And so this
Crazy people get motivation from fucking nowhere, and it's incredible.
is David
I think that's why crazy people are so successful. They're crazy, but they're full of motivation. I'm relatively sane. Zero motivation.
Selznick's daughter, right here from Paramount Studios. Directing, how was it?
Oh my gosh, with talent like this, it was amazing, so easy. It's like I didn't do anything.
She's
I could tell.
sounds suspiciously like Gaia, doesn't she? You guys, thank you so much. We had so much fun. Okay. Debbie Dashinger, Daniel Brinkley, Christine Augustine, Robert Quicksilver. I'm the bad guy, Jimmy Church. I had so much fun doing this. Everybody, 2026 Conscious Life Expo. Thank you so much.
Real quick, I gotta show you another thing. Do you guys remember QAnon the musical that we looked at a while ago?
Accusation.
It turns out even though they performed QAnon the musical at a real MAGA event, the people putting it together were secretly filming a documentary, and the QAnon musical was basically a big prank they were playing on the QAnon believers, and the trailer for the documentary is out, and I'm excited for it.
I was raped by Tom Hanks when I was 10 years old during the filming of Turner and Hooch in 1989. That's all true.
You did it. The only thing that matters is that you did it, okay? That's the only thing that matters is that you did it.
When things keep going wrong, you gotta stand up and be strong.
Auditioning is clear.
The auditioning is vetted. Instead of we go on that one, it's QAnon again. I feel a little uncomfortable saying vaccines killed so many people.
The way that this has been conducted makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Welcome to QAnon Lesson 1.
When you take the vaccine and you've altered your DNA, you're no longer officially human.
I'm going to tell you about a new musical. It's QAnon the musical.
You sing?
This is a shell game that I, quite frankly, I can't wrap my head around unless I talk about good and evil.
Some epic blood.
We know pain, we know tragedy. Michelle Obama, she's a hiding that pee-pee.
See it to all come to life is just absolutely a blessing. I'm blessed to know you. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
You got me in bed and you cried.
It was so just stairway, man.
I wear this on my chest, and I try to convince everybody, yes, Tom Hanks, the pedophile.
One people, one family, and one glorious American nation.
USA! USA! USA!
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. And we will make America...
You and on and on and on!
I believe what you said. And now?
I think it looks fantastic.
So, I'll definitely watch that when that comes out. Yeah, QAnon referenced and transphobia on the bingo card. QAnon reference. Transphobia, transvestigation. Alright. We got the big one out of the way. Let's see what else we have to look at today. Shall we? Oh boy.
You're going beyond the golden moldies here. Oh, no.
Why did Bruce Campbell start playing?
Accusation.
Oh, it was from after the QAnon musical thing.
So this unseasoned side quest goblin wants to steal your heart and then hide.
Ew.
Have you guys ever seen people saying, dude, if the earth was flat, cats would knock everything off of the edge? Or
that's a joke. Flat Earth on the bingo card. This guy is actually a flat earther. I've seen his channel before. He has some sort of point he's about to make.
Or things like, people would go missing during surfing championships. There seems to be a lot of people that think that these are valid arguments to suggest that the earth is not flat.
They're not. They're telling jokes. They're making fun of you.
Flat earthers are very misunderstood, and they're typically not steel-manned properly when somebody is attacked.
Most people aren't arguing with you, so calling it a steel man or a straw man isn't really relevant. They're just making fun of you. They're not arguing. They're mocking you.
I get a lot of comments.
Oh my god, it's that lady with the AI boyfriend.
Talking about the environment and AI. That's the biggest hate comments we get. And the full outrage to me is crazy when you are...
Her boyfriend's an octopus now.
Either you're not educated or have not educated yourself enough because you are commenting this.
I mean, I guess he's not really an octopus. He's AI. But as much as he was a man before, he is now an octopus. To what degree you consider this simulacrum a man or an octopus is up to how deep into psychosis you are right now, I suppose.
App run by AI. The irony is almost too much to handle, but you cannot have it both ways. You cannot speak outrage, but be okay with it when it serves.
I'm kind of no, it's an octopus, not an illithid. I don't know if she's into tentacles. It's fine if she is. It's just kind of funny that that came through if that's what happened.
You. Like, it just, you cannot have it both ways. It is such a ridiculous argument. Do I think we should be coming up with solutions for the environment? Absolutely. But to pretend like AI is not in every aspect of our life right now is ridiculous.
I avoid it everywhere I can. I do not engage with it. If there is a system that forces me to engage with it, I do not engage with that system. Period. At most, on the show, we watch it sometimes to make fun of it. But that's about it. Oh, message from the Space Pope. Don't date robots.
Don't date robots! Brought to you by
the Space Pope.
It is absolutely ridiculous. So let's come up with a solution, but you cannot come at me when you are on an app that is using AI. It is giving a celebrity that talks about global warming and then jumps on a private jet. You cannot have this.
Back at it again with conspiracy theories that I still genuinely believe. Back at it again with the back at it again, I swear. Starting off strong with the mall incident. That mall incident that happened where there was mad cops outside that mall. And
you stupid asshole. That was, what was it? It was a bunch of people, like... They were making a huge scene and destroying stuff, if I remember correctly. It wasn't aliens.
I love when female incels.
TikTok is a nightmare.
So do you guys believe
Why do you people use these things?
in psychics?
We're not closed-minded.
For those of you who are following me because of my paranormal content, I unfortunately have an update for you. Hi, my name is Samantha. I live in a haunted house in New England. We didn't know it was haunted.
You do not! Okay, fuck TikTok. I'm moving on. I can't deal with these people. Let's do... gang stalking reptilians.
All right, we're getting an early morning buzz. Okay, we have our entering the establishment buzz. So this is a psychological warfare as a...
Reptilians on the bingo card. I'll actually go over the bingo card real quick, because I don't think we have so far. Let me get reptilians real quick, and then we will list them off. Past lives, reincarnation. Aliens did it. Reptilians. Atlantis. 9/11 out of nowhere. Tartaria. Hannah mentions Blu-rays. Believes sci-fi tech actually exists. Uses AI, QAnon referenced, flat earth, and finally, Hannah mentions cheese.
A helicopter will fly in.
It makes you feel better you don't have a TikTok. I have a TikTok only for this show. I do not watch TikTok recreationally ever. I have it specifically for looking at conspiracy videos for this show.
As I'm approaching to enter an establishment, and these are reptilians that currently rule our world and tell our governments and everybody...
Sometimes YouTube having longer lengths is better. I agree, but the problem is YouTube is becoming more of an older people platform, and like younger people who produce a lot of conspiracy theories and spread information about a lot of conspiracy theories are on Instagram and TikTok. So I have to be on them in order to keep track of that demographic.
What to do.
When did we hit Tartaria? I don't think we did we? We did not.
And they gang stalk, psychological warfare, harass day and night to try to drive crazy anyone who discovers that we are under reptilian control on this planet, and Satan, who is a reptilian.
Satan on the bingo card, or rather satanic.
to hopefully.
I just went over the card. I said Tartaria, but I meant Atlantis. Sorry, I meant Atlantis.
Drive them crazy.
I just went over the card like a minute and a half ago.
And minimize them, which they also minimize financially and socially.
And I would even say somebody like the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, may not have any idea still that if he were to go 35 levels above his own security classification, which is cosmic top secret, again.
Cosmic top secret. You would think that there are 35 levels of top secret above the president? Okay.
That's 35 levels above the President of the United States. Obama may not know at that level what everybody knows, which is that there are evil reptilian extraterrestrials that are really running all of the crazy stuff that's being done on Earth. I don't believe he understands that or knows that because he just didn't have it.
No, that's not how no. That's not how security clearance works anyway. There isn't just a level of security clearance and then it's like everything is on a certain level. It's all compartmentalized generally by department. So like someone who has a high clearance in like the Department of Energy isn't also going to have a high one in like the Department of Defense necessarily. Some may, because the Department of Energy also deals with like nuclear stuff, which of course interfaces with military. But what I'm saying is you can be in one area of the government and have a high security level for your domain. That does not mean you have access to that level of security for all domains. That's not how it works.
A need to know.
Yes, you need clearance and the need to know. And the president is always in a position where they need to know. So the president can ask for anything. The president can actually, I think, technically file paperwork and declassify anything they want. I believe. We're just using fake images? You think this is a real image? Those aren't even good. Those aren't even good AI pictures. Oh my god, look at their faces. The funny thing is, I think there are actually statues that sort of depict ancient reptilian figures, or could be interpreted that way. But I'm pretty sure this is another AI image. Stop using AI! That's just a serpent in relief. That looks like something someone made recently. That's a hoax. Yeah, there's a flying saucer on it. Look at that. Yeah, this was done recently. This is a fake. That's a prop of a xenomorph from the film Alien. That is a xenomorph prop, you can tell, because of the way it is. No, seriously, though, the big indicating factors here are the silver teeth. I actually think this might be a model. This could be from Alien vs. Predator, because that movie, they really had a focus where they showed the shiny teeth a lot. But it's a xenomorph head. It's a prop. Oh, this might even be the skull prop. You're right. This is the skull prop from probably Predator 2. Yeah, in Predator 2, there's a scene where you're on the Predator ship, and there's trophies of all the different species that they've killed. It's their skulls, and one of them is a xenomorph, so this may be that prop or a similar prop. That's terrible AI. Again, that's the alien prop. Oh, that's just, yeah. Does this person not know? Have they not heard of the movie Alien? Or Aliens? Or Alien 3? Or Alien Resurrection? Or Prometheus? Or Alien Covenant? Did I get them all?
All right, we're getting an early morning buzz. Not just a buzz, but a stop and hover. So here we go. Nearby.
Oh, I missed Romulus.
So this is a tactic. You notice he's pointing away from me. And this is Sky 9 News. And
Alien versus Predator films, I think of more as Predator films than Alien films, but fair.
Just so you know, they used news helicopters also for gang stalking, intimidation, psychological warfare, harassment, just like Anthony from KLS.
This guy believes he's being gang stalked. It's a paranoid kind of delusion in which he believes he's being followed, tracked, attacked. He believes he's being attacked by reptilians.
Official channeling channel, whatever, was talking. He talks about continuously psychological warfare. That's what reptilians do. That's what reptilians do. And you notice how he maneuvers so that branch would be in the way. I know it sounds like I'm reading too much into it, but I've seen that phenomena enough times.
Again, he's showing this picture. This is a photo of a prop from the film Dreamscapes from the 80s. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the snake people scene. Let me see. There's a big snake in here. There you go. See? He turns into a snack. He turns into a snack. And I think there's other snake creatures in the movie as well that pop up. It's been a while since I've seen that one, though. Let me look. Is it in the child nightmare sequence? Because you guys recommended this to me, and then I watched it a while back, and now I'm not remembering where that specific one was. Guess I gotta rewatch it again. Alright, back to the guy.
They want to get out of the sight of the camera. This is reptilian gang stalking. Yes, they use news helicopters for this, for exposing the fact that we have reptilians on this planet, according to Anthony, 800 million. Okay, and they shapeshift and hide among us and control our entire societies. They control politics, they control military. See, he has to get them in the way of the fence there, see? And they don't like to be seen because they know that if humans see them, it will be over. Their whole game of feeding off of people. And God's word says that they will continue to feed off of people during the millennial reign of Christ. And they are reptilians. They consume human flesh and blood. And they hate humans. And
Chitara with 100 bits, sorry I missed this, said, I'm an anti-AI activist, and I remember a guy on Twitter got really mad at me posting about my opposition to generative AI. He was like, screenshots of your posts will be displayed in AI history museums as an example of AI hatred. You'll be remembered as a bigot. He believed that anti-AI history museums, like our existing heritage museums, will exist, AI museums. He unironically thought my posts in opposition to Gen AI are equivalent to images of black folk being hosed down by cops in the civil rights era. Yeah, they're delusional and want to be part of something important. Unfortunately, the only thing they want to do is generate horse shit with horse shit.
And they are the serpent from the Garden of Eden. The same one that came in and convinced Eve to violate God's commandment to not eat from the tree. It may seem like a fairy tale, an allegory. No, it really happened. A lizard man came and corrupted man because he knew that he was the enemy.
Oh, I didn't do my midstream calls to action. I will now, though. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Hype the stream if you can, if you're watching the VOD. If you want to support the stream, you can always do so on YouTube with memberships or super chats, and on Twitch, you can do so with bits or subs. Thanks, everyone. And after this, we are doing our Patreon and YouTube member-only stream, so you can come hang out there, and we'll probably be looking at more conspiracy stuff together.
Of man. And God has placed enmity between the seed of the serpent and the seed of Eve. And they have controlled our society so that what you've got is we are now a whipped, under control society. And I've been talking with extraterrestrials and
believes they speak to aliens regularly on the bingo card.
They know that the cosmos is populated with friendly, advanced extraterrestrials that can help us break the grip of these reptilians. Okay, these are reptilians. That's what you're looking at right now. Reptilians, or people under reptilian control, but most people in higher positions, like really high positions, they are reptilian shit.
Doesn't understand how cameras work on the bingo card.
Shapeshifters that pretend to be human, and there's no way you can tell the difference. They do actually shift between human and reptile form, and when they are human, they are really human. There's really no way that we know of immediately. There probably is a way that science can find out who's who, maybe a blood test. But we are enslaved, friends. We are enslaved by these beings, and we need to break.
I do, Stromboli. It's good to see you, by the way.
Ourselves free, any way we can, because they do not have our best interests in heart. They weaken us. They destroy us. They dumb us down. They keep our consciousness low. They don't want us to evolve into what we really are. They don't want us coming into power because they want to continue to feed off us. They want to continue to keep us low vibration. They want to keep us constantly fighting amongst ourselves so that we don't know what they are. Okay? And anybody who finds out, like me, is an anomaly. I'm a cog in the machine. And so what they do is they deploy their psychological warfare, like these helicopters that they use for news or fire or whatever else, or government helicopters or whatever. But they'll circle.
He lives in LA, by the way. Pretty much the worst city you could live in if you're paranoid about helicopters. Okay, what's next? Oh, this scam artist piece of fucking shit. Medbed Sky Prince is here to continue to sell us on amazing medical technology that does not exist.
Please listen, okay? Please listen to understand. And if you don't understand it, go back when we finish and listen again. And if you still don't understand it, try listening to it again, okay? Before you fire your 1,000,001 questions at me, because that always happens. Right, early medbed appointments. Who will get the invitations and who will not? All right, let's talk 4B, okay? Because that's what most people are. We'll get to the whales and bonds and all in a second. 4B, okay. Now, if you have currency, foreign currency to exchange, Don, Dinar, Zim, all of that,
yeah, shilling scamming on the bingo card. Is she seriously involved in the fucking dinar scam, too? Not just med beds, she's doing the dinar currency exchange rate scam. Good God, is it 2005 already?
You're 4B, okay? If you're listening to me, you know about it, therefore you're 4B. If you have nothing to exchange, you're not any tier, you're not any level, you're just public, Okay, so none of this information is going to apply to you. Okay.
You'd love for med beds to be real? Me too. Most conspiracies promise people some idea that's appealing to them.
Now,
what's the currency scam? The scam is, and this is a scam that's been around for a while, the idea is that, oh, you should buy a bunch of currency that's virtually valueless, like the dinar or any other really low-valued currency compared to United States dollars, because they say, oh, there's going to be a big reset financially, and all of a sudden all money is going to be equal to each other, because they don't understand how the value of money is determined. So they're basically saying, like, $1 and one Iraqi dinar will be worth the same, even though you got one for far less earlier. Now all of a sudden they're all the same. So if you buy dinar now with dollars, it'll be worth far more later because it will be equivalent to dollars.
For 4B, when the notifications for redemption appointments come out, you book your redemption appointment and you go and you exchange your currency. If
Korean guy with the tip says, hear me out. I feel like some of the people you cover might be crazy. I'm no expert, but at least 50-50. No kidding. I never noticed.
If you have humanitarian projects you want to do, or you want to donate to projects, if you receive humanitarian funding, you will also receive a medbed invitation. Now, who can have that medbed invitation?
She's basically saying if you sign up for my classes, you can use the medbed first.
You, obviously, plus any close family that really should live with you, any close friends or anyone you want to hire that meets 2 requirements. 1, they can sign an NDA and stick to it, that they're in a position where they can stick to an NDA. And 2, they are able to financially support themselves. Whether that means you financially support them or they can financially support themselves. Okay. So it's really important that you choose wisely. Okay. Don't just go giving it to everybody and say, oh, here you go, because that's very irresponsible, incredibly irresponsible, and you will be very much frowned upon if you just go handing it out to everyone. So they must meet those 2 requirements. If they can't meet those 2 requirements, don't give it to them. Okay, quite simple. Don't give it to them. Now, what was I going to say? Yeah, that's right. So if you are going to give the medbed invitation to somebody else, you can't talk to them about it after you've already booked your medbed appointment, because once you book your medbed appointment, you're under an NDA. You can't talk about it to anyone. Okay? Literally anyone. Not even to hand it to them. So if they don't believe you now, it's really important to talk to them about it before you book your medbed appointment. Okay? Literally. Okay? Really important, because you can't talk to them about it after. So when those 4B notifications arrive, it is so much more important.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow what's going on in chat. What's happening?
To talk to your family what you're about to go through, because you will be under an NDA and they can't ask you any questions about it. Well, they can, you can't answer. Okay, so do all your talking before you actually book any appointments. That way.
Does anarchist tech support think AI is alive? Conspiracy theorist in chat on the bingo card. Conspiracy, where is that one? Conspiracy theorist shows up in chat on the bingo card. AI isn't alive. My God.
Way you're not violating any NDA. Your family knows what's going on. You're all good to go. Okay? Really, really important. Now, if you're 4B and you are sponsoring someone else's project, not just donating to someone, but actually sponsoring their project, paying someone to do a project, you can give that medbed invitation to them, okay? To anyone who you are actively sponsoring their humanitarian project. You can give it to them. They can only give it to family members, close family members that lives.
Okay. Bye, Sky. Oh, this is a lot. Here's this one.
How old were you when you found out that this blue liquid makes fat come out in your pee within 24 hours?
Oh, it's just
And
a
better
scam
yet,
ad.
Obama is Hitler's grandson. Barry Obama Hitler. Barry is Hitler's grandson.
I can think of a lot of reasons why that's not the case.
His aunts are Angela Merkel, Theresa May, Dahlia Grybauskite.
No.
The swamp is deep from a friend on FB. Post of interesting reveal. Came from Navy Intel. We did not.
It came from Navy Intel.
Win World War II. We lost to the Nazis. They withdrew.
We had shilling scamming on bingo.
To reformulate and infiltrate worldwide. Hitler did not die in a bunker in 1944.
He did.
That was his butler, who was also his body double. He escaped to Argentina along with other Secret Service, where he lived a long life, dying in 1957 in a car accident. Eva Braun went with him and their daughter, and who had been born in 1942.
They never had a daughter.
While in Argentina, Eva and Adolf had
or any children.
3 more daughters who were taken to Germany to be raised in the motherland. Their names are Angela, Teresa, and Dahlia. More on this later. Other Nazis fled to Antarctica, where they had a base beneath the ice. The Nazis had ships, we would label them UFOs, that could fly from pole to pole in less than 30 minutes. Many of the Nazi scientists were brought to the U.S., given fake names, and hired by the government to bring their technology to the U.S. The U.S.
They changed their names, but they published their full pictures on the front page of the newspaper. To be clear, Operation Paperclip is a thing, but it was known.
Figured it was better that they had them than the Russians. This was called Operation Paperclip. After Hitler died in Argentina, in 1957, Eva Braun changed her name to Madeline Lee Payne, took their daughter, and moved to the U.S. She married Stanley Dunham, and her name became Madeline Dunham. And became Stanley and Dunham. And was 19 when she became pregnant by a Kenyan national named Barack Obama. She moved to Kenya and gave birth to her son, Barry. In time she realized that the man she married was already married with children.
What? You ever just wish you were dead so you didn't have to deal with people anymore? Not asking for any particular reason, just curious.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 21st. It's July. It's the year 2026.
That wasn't AI. Guys, do you guys remember that before AI, there was still computer voices and they were bad? It's a computer voice. It's not AI. Not every computer voice is AI. We've had computer voices since I was a child.
That's what they tell us. No, you're not freaking out. I did just change my glasses. And I had no intentions on doing a video today whatsoever at all, because if you'll notice, I've been very busy on my Patreon page.
H-Baird said the Navy would be the experts on Hitler's relatives, and there's a link. William Patrick Hitler. What? He just happened to have the last name Hitler? Oh no, he's Hitler's nephew. That must have been fun to explain.
You know what I mean? I didn't pay any attention to this for years, and now I am. Because you can say a lot of things on Patreon that you can't say elsewhere. Like this video I did last night, and then this video I just popped up this morning. Just letting you know. You know what I mean? It's $5 a month. Who cares? Who cares? I've been doing this since 2012. And I've never been monetized because I got a big mouth and I can't shut it. Which is why I was the first person canceled during COVID. But on that, I will...
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. You have to be popular to be canceled. Oh my god. You're a conspiracy theorist. All your fans are also anti-vaxxers. They were not upset when you were an anti-vaxxer.
Digress. This is crazy. This is crazy. Back in the old days, we used to talk about something called revelation of the method, where they would actually tell you things somewhat to give you a good idea of what's going on. The rules are, Satan has to tell us what he's doing.
Why? Where do you think that rule exists? And why do you think that's a thing? And why do you think Satan exists?
Whether we understand it when it's in front of our face, that's not his concern. Those are the cosmic rules between God and Satan.
Why? Why? What? Are you fucking stupid?
Period.
Sorry, I'm just getting mad. I'm doing very emotionally bad right now. I'm just mad.
Which explains why they tell us everything, but I never thought that they would say this. This is insane to me. Unbelievably. So, here we go.
Tea Time Tea says it's absolutely bonkers that everything gets called AI now. Chopped images, staged video, and fiction writing skills are apparently beyond humans. Hydrate will do. Did I take my meds? No, I forgot today. I'll take them when I'm done with this stream and before the patron stream. Feeling emotions is not bad. Feeling these ones is. Are.
The United States Navy has admitted that they were doing an experiment with a bomb, an experimental explosion off the coast of Florida that caused a 3.9 magnitude earthquake east of Ponce Inlet, just south of Daytona Beach, at 3:04 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. The event was listed at a depth of 0 feet, including the seismic source was at or very near the surface, a characteristic more consistent with an explosion than a typical tectonic earthquake. Yeah, so they were just out here chilling, and, right here, this is where millions of people reside on this coastline, and they decided to do a test. And it literally caused...
He didn't say it, but he showed chemtrails. Does that count? Yeah, chemtrails on the bingo card. Hey, Nemesaur. Chemtrails.
a 3.9 earthquake. Now, let me ask you something. Do you remember just last month when the Philippines, Venezuela, then Cuba, and then we had the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights, everywhere? That's HAARP running, bouncing.
You think the Northern Lights were everywhere?
They're bouncing it off the ionosphere, which is the firmament.
Are you talking about when there were solar flares a while back that were hitting the atmosphere and, like, doing that? That's not the Northern Lights. That's a similar phenomenon, but that's not the Northern Lights. That's in the north.
These guys have been ramping it up slowly by slowly, step by step, and they're doing it they're trying to be tactical with HAARP, but you really have to practice, and that's what we're seeing right now, and they're blaming it on deep sea bombs. A bomb that lands in the ocean causing an earthquake in the United States. Yeah, I ain't buying it, man. I ain't buying it. You know what else is right there? Florida. In this building, when I first got here, there was an earthquake because of...
Oh yeah, weather control on the bingo card. Weather control / harp. If I can find it. $26. Thank you. Wannabe 66? Can I see your card to check your bingo win?
Cuba. These dudes are using harp, and do you remember years ago when I never thought I'd still be...
Reminder that harp's been closed for over a decade. Yeah, these people are delusional, and I don't know why I waste my time watching them. What am I doing? Satanic, weather control, free space, conspiracy theory in chat, chemtrails. You win! Congrats, Wannabe. You are the winner for today. So I will write your name down, and you can let me know when you want that gift sub for yourself or anyone else.
Be here for this time that we're in right now. But years ago, I said, harp is an amazing weapon. It's Tesla's technology. It's Tesla's, it's his actual technology to create an earthquake. Apparently, with the right frequencies, it's very easy to do. But how...
Apparently. Terrible thoughts. Terrible, immoral thoughts.
How do you test it? How do you test it?
Can you give it to someone of my choice? I guess. Who am I going to
get the exact desired results that you want without people noticing. Well, we're seeing it right now. They're fine-tuning it right now and blaming it on deep sea explosions or whatever. It's harp, dude. It's harp.
Who needs a sub?
And this isn't the first time. They do this all the time.
You do this for the pain, Hannah? Yeah, why do I do this?
But they've finally taken, yeah, that was us. Well, let me ask you, Americans, how much does your government not give one single flying for unlawful carnal knowledge about you, that with all the chaos that we create all over the world, we have to test bombs right off the coast that cause earthquakes in the United States of America, created by the United States of America? Why can't we do that in the waters out by the Straits of Hormuz or out by...
How about we don't? How about we not do that? There you go, big money Jim. You win!
Russia.
Because you asked for it.
Or China. Or why do we have to do it right in our own backyard? Do you see what I'm saying? And this isn't a one-time thing. They do this all the time because they're testing. They're getting ready. This is really going to happen. They're going to make that U.S. Navy map come to life. Seriously, this is insane to me. I never thought I'd see the day. Before we go any further, I am going to mention this. If you have a 401k or an IRA, get your money out of the bank.
He just has the worst goddamn advice.
Right now, because they're doing this. They're doing this. Turn it into gold and silver. Have them send it directly to your house so everything that you own, you're holding. And to even sweeten the pot, everybody that does this not only gets up to 10% in free silver, they also get a free solar generator.
Oh, they know their demo, don't they?
That's a score. So do it or don't. A lot of you have, a lot of you should. Time's running out, big time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're in a post-apocalypse, I think that the solar generator is gonna be more valuable than the silver. Maybe just get a bunch of generators.
A large blast off Florida's coast by the U.S. Navy is now sparking speculation about the Surfside condo collapse.
Many are raising questions about whether that blast may have contributed to the tragedy. Nicole joins us now with more on that.
Christy and Louis, the blast happened 100 miles off the coast of Fort Pierce, and now experts are weighing in on if it could have had anything to do with what happened in Surfside.
It was the blast that was seen around the world thanks to social media.
When I saw that, alarm bells kind of went off in my head.
A huge explosion by the U.S. Navy 100 miles off Florida's coast this month. A test of a new aircraft carrier
can't believe it
set off a
Who's going to want gold or silver in an apocalypse? Crazy preppers who have canned food available. So ironically, maybe a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Arms for Kevin Hinkle of Fort Pierce.
Dolphins beaching themselves or whales beaching themselves.
The explosion has set off numerous theories, such as fish kills and the building collapse in Surfside. The blast did register a magnitude of 3.9.
And to discount that.
Building engineer Frederick Schaefer of the Schaefer Group in Stewart says the blast and faraway shockwave likely had no impact, since buildings built to withstand hurricanes can also withstand earthquakes.
On that basis, a building that was designed to South Florida standards should survive your average earthquake in California.
The weekend fish kill in Juno Beach has also been attributed to water temperature change. But environmental groups also point out the damage to sea life from the blast may be far out in the ocean.
Even what we would take to be a fairly large animal, like a dolphin, is going to have a real chance of mortality if it's within 1 or 2 kilometers of the blast. And then going out.
Do we need an expert to tell us that dolphins aren't bomb-proof? You just said it in a really weird way. Like, shouldn't he have been like, there are dolphins out there, we're blowing up dolphins? Not, did you know that bombs also explode dolphins? Yeah. I didn't really think about it, but I assumed. Actually, I have thought about it because the 1966 Batman movie, Batman is saved from a torpedo when a dolphin swims in front of it, protecting the lives of Batman and his ward.
10 kilometers, you can see permanent hearing damage.
And this blast was not the last. The Navy says more tests are planned this summer off Florida's coast. And as you heard there, experts do not believe it had anything to do with the Surfside condo collapse. And I'm sure Christy and Louie, you guys have received some of those messages. A lot of people concerned if the blast had something to do with Surfside, and experts are saying it did not.
But certainly there was a huge environmental impact on that. We're going to keep our close eye on that. Thank you, Nicole.
In a real world, the government would never do this. They would.
What does that even mean? In a real world, the government would never do this. We are in the world. It's real. Sorry to break it to you. I know, I'm disappointed too. And they're the government, so...
Would never do this. If they did some sort of an explosion in the ocean that literally caused an earthquake, that literally caused buildings to collapse...
They literally just said it didn't cause the building to collapse.
Or even register on the Richter scale. Putting anybody in jeopardy, they don't care. They don't care. And 5 years ago, they knew that. They absolutely knew that because remember the mandates? Remember the lockdowns? They figured it out. These people will do anything we say and they won't do anything about it. So why not test right out in the open? But now it is just every day, every week, every time you turn around, it's another event. It's another event. If they're not burning glyphosate and literally covering a quarter of the country with poisonous gas for all intents and purposes.
Chemtrails.
They're setting off earthquakes here, there, and everywhere. And they don't even talk about Venezuela anymore. They're still pulling bodies out to this very day. The only thing you see in the news is Venezuela's gross domestic product is down 30%. Who gives a, you know what I mean? It's insane. These
doesn't understand their problem is capitalism on the bingo card.
People are psychopaths and they're getting away with it.
How did all of these people who care more about money and power than human lives get into power over all of our lives? It's almost like we allowed a system designed specifically to promote them to ultimate places of power. Why did we create that system? Why are we doing this? Why are we incentivizing people to be the worst people? Why are we rewarding psychopaths? Maybe we shouldn't have done this. Maybe we shouldn't have done this.
Because everyone's compliant. Not saying anything is accepting it. That's what the revelation of the method is. They're showing it to you. Are you going to take action or just scroll, meme?
How about you actually do something real instead of deciding to react using conspiracy theory? How about you recognize that the people doing the most harm are people not hiding in the shadows, but people very publicly telling you what they're doing?
Do nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Now I'm going to show you this video from a YouTuber named Mary Greeley. She's been around as long as I have. And
wait until this guy finds out about nuclear tests back in the 40s through the 70s. Yeah.
She has another point of view on this particular situation because she's been following it for as long as I have. She's the one that literally caught the footage from Yellowstone Park where it's snow. There's a blizzard. The bison are out in the herds, covered with snow, up to their chest in snow, and 4 Bigfoots walk by, and then suddenly the camera cuts off. You know what I'm saying? So this is her.
Oh, she captured Bigfoot on camera. She must be legitimate.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. There was an experimental explosion by the Navy today off the coast of Florida. This is an area where supposedly...
Unfortunately, Florida survived.
The Navy does shock trials and secret operations by submarines, which I often look for. You can see I got quite a few of them in this one location. 2001, 2021, 2016. They go all the way back to 2001. The 3.9 that I have posted here was today. They register as earthquakes, but they are not earthquakes. On multiple occasions, the USGS has reported magnitude 3.7s to 3.9 seismic events, labeled as experimental explosions, roughly 100 to 170 kilometers east of Ponce Inlet, Florida. These events have sparked public curiosity and conspiracy theories and even claims of secret underwater bases.
Good news, the public are the dumbest. The public are the dumbest. You should never listen to the public. The public are drooling morons. Do not listen to the public.
So what do you think? Put your comment down below. Do you think that they're working on some sort of tunnel to go to these facilities there off the coast of Florida? You can see Jacksonville is not far from this location.
In particular, we're also talking about people from Florida, so let's double what I just said.
The government claims that these detonations conducted by the U.S. Navy are part of a full ship shock trials. But I wonder about that. I really don't believe anything the government says.
Well, that's what...
Well, then you're still letting the government dictate what you believe, huh? If you're doing the opposite of what they say, then you're still letting them dictate what you believe. Not a very good heuristic, is it?
One point of view, but their deep underground military bases are done. They have been done for a long, long time. Seriously. And they wouldn't be going under, they wouldn't be bombing in the Atlantic to build a tunnel this way. Do you see what I'm saying?
They're not building a tunnel. You think that they're bombing it to build a tunnel?
You see what I'm saying?
A bomb is a bad way to build a tunnel.
I'm positive.
Just blows everything up and fills the hole you made with rubble.
This is HARP. And I would only say this because of Venezuela, Philippines, and Cuba just occurring. Do you see what you see what I mean? At any rate, leave it in the comments what you think about this below, because I'm open to pretty much everything here, but I'm positive it's...
Except normalcy. Except the belief that it's not a weather machine. Also hilarious that they continue to conflate weather with earthquakes. Earthquakes are not a kind of weather event. They're a geological event. It's not weather.
It's HARP. I'm positive because the Northern Lights are showing up everywhere again. When that happens, it's HARP. It's not a conspiracy theory.
It literally is a conspiracy theory. He is a conspiracy theorist doing a conspiracy video on a conspiracy channel.
Product. But check this out. So today's the 21st of July, 2026. It is noontime Eastern Standard Time. And I check this map quite often every day. And I mean, look at this. Look at the NEXRAD and Doppler, just completely solid blue. And then look down here in Texas where they're getting absolutely flooded. What a strange thing, huh? There's a storm here and there's a laser pointing in all directions. And meanwhile, in the Gulf of America,
You forgot about that.
this storm
Freedom fries.
has been sitting here for 3 days, just spinning and spinning, because they're using the water from this storm to flood Texas, and I'm waiting for them to actually switch the lasers over to Florida and completely flood Florida out. But if you don't follow this map, College of DuPage, 100% free to use, I don't know what to tell you. This is the real weather, and this is how they control the weather. Owning the weather by 2025 is old news because it's well past halfway through 2026. Look at the laser show down here. And I'm not going to bore you with the video clip from 11 years ago of Dr. Michio Kaku saying that we can use
God damn it, Kaku!
lasers to intensify storms, to create weather. Dude, it's right there. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Now do you understand why Texas is getting absolutely decimated? They control the weather. They control the weather. They control the weather. It's a godlike with a lowercase g type of activity.
Was this recent? Yeah, 4 days ago.
And it's plausible deniability because apparently people just don't care. They don't look into this whatsoever at all. There are hundreds upon hundreds of patents of them controlling the weather, all the different methods they use. And if you turn on this map, you can see it live. This is live right this minute. Right this minute. Look at this. The saturation from the NEXRAD is insane. And I mean, look at the spinning wheel. This ain't Wheel of Fortune, man. I'm just...
It's radar. It's a radar? And you're like, why is it have a circular...
just waiting for them to be done because they're using the power from this storm to flood Texas. I can't wait to see if they switch over the magical laser over to here. At any rate, links will be below.
Hannah, you look like you're about to bite the microphone. I'm about to bite the curb and hope someone does me a favor.
Really should pay attention to this map because this is the real weather. This is how they do it. Right in front of your face. I'm out.
And we are gearing up for...
Jesus. All right, we might have time for like one more thing, and then I'll take a little break, and then we'll do the patron show. Let's see what we got. This guy's very full of shit.
After working for the U.S. Air Force on DARPA biostasis, drug-induced human hibernation, which was awesome. I lived in a van for a while in the deserts and the mountains, and I taught 6th grade in East Austin, which was super fun. And I hosted UFO Club after school, in which we used the CE5 guided meditation app designed to help people, don't laugh, telepathically contact aliens. So
I'd be very upset if that was a club running at a school my kid was going to. Stromboli with a link.
Did somebody say boom?
Sorry, I had to cut it off. I can't deal with Viacom.
6th graders love this, and so for a school year, once a week, a group of 6th graders would meditate with me using the app, and then we'd go in a circle, and they were all encouraged to describe what they experienced. And the rule.
Oh, there's a tip. Green guy with a tip says, if I am a conspiracy theorist, is everything I say a conspiracy? If I tell my wife we're out of milk, are we out of milk? Who takes the trash on Monday? Go take your meds. You should go watch The Stupids. There's a conspiracy about who's taking the trash in that.
Was like overshare, don't self-censor. And from day one, the stuff that happened, day one I was surprised. So it was subtle, but day one there was a girl, and she was sitting, we did it outside, she was sitting on a little wall with like paintings of Minions on it from Despicable Me, which is just not super relevant, but Halfway through the 3-minute meditation, she got up and moved. And afterwards, I was like, why'd you move? She was like, I had a sudden, like, flashes of images of an atom bomb being dropped on me. I was like, do you ever think about atom bombs ever outside? She was like, no. People, when they encounter...
You get a yay or nay on the potential sob sit in the parking lot in the live stream chat? Let me see. Let me look at it closer. Safe haven for the area in transit. I don't know. It doesn't have the typical sovereign citizen stuff. So I'd have to know what this safe haven for the Aries thing is.
They report encountering aliens at crashes or stuff. They say that images of humanity scale
Someone else says it looks like a plate for a moving vehicle. So maybe that.
Disaster, environmental disaster, nuclear war are telepathically put in their minds as like a warning or something. So I interpreted this as being consistent with the lore. Like, we did this meditation.
Oh, he should not be around kids. Holy shit.
I just love, like, X-Files type science. Devin encouraged me to figure out how telepathy works. He gave me a green light, I got on it. A couple clues came together. Basically, sharks have these, they're called voltage-gated calcium channels in their face. They allow them to sense the bioelectric fields of their prey at a distance in the water. We also have those calcium channels, but they're only 5% of our calcium channels. About 50% of our calcium channels are an evolutionarily newer kind. And this evolutionarily newer kind is actually sensitive to radio frequencies like Wi-Fi and 5G or whatever. So the hypothesis became there's a signal to noise problem. Telepathy probably exists in humans, but probably works like a whisper in most cases. That whisper is drowned out by chronic, inappropriate hyperactivation of the evolutionarily newer calcium channels. Fun fact, other pieces of supporting evidence for this
Word salad on the bingo card.
Included Devin was in Mesopotamia
And 5G.
And his special forces combat buddy got possessed by a demon. Just talked about this on Joe Rogan. It's an actual story. The first thing that happened to the guy.
Why was I fucking born? What the fuck is this shit? Why? Dilla Spiller says, oh crap, Hannah, I forgot to tell you, I saw in my so-called real life someone flying the Sobsit flag with the inverted colors and vertical stripes. Great.
Was intermittent paralysis. And in looking at the literature for this, a mutation in the newer calcium channel causes intermittent paralysis. So the hypothesis, as strange as it is that if you're a demon in Mesopotamia and you wanted to possess somebody, you take down their defense, they start showing signs of it being down, and then you flood their whisper telepathy channels with whatever your terrible demonic messages. He said the guy was strapped to a bed, could speak the language of everybody who came in the room, like stuff was like falling off the walls. Super bizarre, but as a scientist, I'm trained to see what hypothesis fits this data.
Fuck off, you are not a scientist. I hate you. Let's get a cleanse before we move on to the next stream. God knows I need it. Okay, let's see. What are we doing for a Patreon stream? I was planning on doing conspiracy theorists, but I'm very upset at humans and myself, so we're gonna do something fun instead. We'll watch a movie or something. We'll do something fun. Alright, let's do a cleanse and then we'll call it a night.
Well, hey there,
At least
folks,
for the regular
and
stream.
Welcome back.
I guess.
Now here's the thing. I was fully prepared to complain about the price of saffron. Everyone and their mom is buying saffron. These were the last two at the store. They're trying to keep out the royal family. It's like one anti-theft device after another here. I'm breaking this poker. Oh, sweet molasses. There we go. Give it a gentle puck. In terms of difficulty opening these things, this is like an 11 out of 10. Where's the pick-locking lawyer for this one? $20 a jar. Gonna use some of Mrs. Sausage's tweezers here. Saffron. Man, you can't grab one without grabbing all of them. There it is. That's like 50 cents worth of saffron. I don't get it. I don't know. Kind of tastes like matcha. Matcha and sweat.
I
You
watched the
know,
new InfoWars content, like the first one. It was fine.
It tastes like how this one kid smelled in elementary school. Like a hose. I here, we'll grind it for the fun of, oh wow, that all just came out in one thing? Here, no, we're gonna redo that because it's way too expensive to not do that. Hey guys with red hair, look familiar? There we go, looks like carrots. Looks like carrots. Well, when you grind saffron and pork, you get barf orange. That's a Chernobyl orange. It looks like expensive cheddar. And then, of course, we have the little vials, which are also, it's so difficult to open. Oh, so that's not how that's done. Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. And of course,
What does saffron taste like?
we hit it with a little bit of that salt and some pepper. I hope these cook up. They better not feel like little pubes. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with my sausage. That's the saffron water. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Let's sausage. Oh, that's not a lot of sausage. I forgot, we were only using a half a pound of pork since we were using not a lot of saffron. Again, that's not out of cheapness from me. The store was completely out. With special thanks to today's Boxalo box artist, this guy. What the heck, man? This Will It Blow is brought to you by Mint Mobile. Hiya. Do you have kids reaching cell phone age? Give me a scare on list, especially phone. Unlock phone to keep your back guarantee. Switch to That's Blow. Oh my. It looks like a heart. Oh no, I accidentally blessed this unholy union. So I'm gonna have to give that Will It Blow 3 Mark Ruffalos. Okay, here we go. Wow, Jesus. There we go. Hey, good Lord. I mean, really good Lord. This is a limpy sausage. It's been cooking for a while, and I feels like it should be more firm than what it is. After all that time, it not only is it burst, but it looks like it's still not even done. Okay. All right, let's open it up and see how we did. And it's just with a simple flick of the wrist. Looks cooked to me, I think. It's hard to tell. The orange coloring is throwing me off. And today I learned the color orange grosses me out more than any other. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is it expensive? That weird, funny taste has only increased with the temperature. It's terrible. It's that weird elementary school kid smell taste. I feel like I'm getting conned by the big spice trade. So I'm gonna have to give the saffron sausage a 0 out of 5. Bop, 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 bop. Well, maybe it's one of those things that's gotta heat up to taste good. So let's pray that that's the thing that we're gonna be doing.
All right, let's see who we're going to rate on Twitch. All right, have a good night. See patrons and members soon for a patron and member stream. See you in a little bit. Have a good night, everyone. I will be gone tomorrow because I work and I have electrolysis shortly after work, unfortunately. But I will be back Tuesday for more tinfoil. And I'll be on my meds by then, so I won't be a crazy bitch. Anyway, see y'all then, unless you're going to be there for the Patreon and member stream, in which case we'll chill and not be mad at things. Good night, everyone.